Today, we shall be featuring a special guest on the program. Stay connected.
Hello, my name is Stephen Obepa. I'm a creative writer, an author, a published one by God's grace, a digital marketer, as well as a budding medical practitioner. I'm super excited to be on this platform, and I'm just here to talk about a couple of things. And as regards the title, which is Project 100 Benue Influencers. So without much ado, I'll go straight to the point. First, you'll be first to ask, who is an influencer? Most people would perceive an influencer as a person that has a massive following on social media. At least that's the contemporary perspective of what an influencer is. And you might not be out of place in thinking that that's what an influencer is, but aside that, there's a broader perspective to who an influencer is. An influencer is also someone who has made impact in a particular niche and is able to affect people, has the capability of being a mentor, a guide, a teacher, a leader in that same field. So the following notwithstanding, an influencer is a person, like I said, that has made impact in a niche. So that's basically who an influencer is. And the project 100 Benue Influencers has been created to afford influencers a platform, whether you have a massive following or not so big following. The whole concept of following can be tricky, because people are not talking about you doesn't mean that people are seeing you. But back to the main point, it is meant to afford people, an opportunity to share their knowledge, share their wisdom, the insight that they've gotten from their years of experience in a particular field, and not just share that, but also raise people that could, come and take over, the scenery. We need more people. If you look at the landscape, there's a lot of gaps in area of expertise, and a lot of people are starting up in different ventures, and people keep making mistakes. So it affords these influencers and mentors to the opportunity to raise people up, to impact on them the knowledge, and it also helps them to establish a long-lasting legacy, because let's be honest, we're not going to be here forever. So basically that's what the Project 100 Benue Influencers is about. And as regards the mentor-mentee relationship, I would like to share a little light on that. If you're, like I started with the influencer, you ask, who's the mentor? So a mentor is an experienced person in a field who advises, and help people to come into the reality of that which they are seeking. So just like an influencer, a mentor is also one who has made impact in that particular field. But the difference between a mentor-mentee relationship and an influencer is the contact, the direct contact. An influencer, although out there in the sense of being on social media, on the TVs, most times is not readily accessible, and there are a lot of people that want to glean from this knowledge, to improve themselves and just set their career on the right path, and they do not have access. So the mentor is one who you can have access to, and this is what this platform does. It brings these notable people who are making impact, who are creating positive and sustainable change, and then gives you the opportunity of connecting with those who might, be related to the field in which you're interested, and you establish a relationship, a personal relationship, where they can directly impact you and you can relay your problems. If you want to vent, you might as well even vent to them. Everybody needs a breath of fresh air, but that's on the lighter note. So the platform just brings you closer to them and helps you to partake of the wisdom they've gleaned, And you might want to ask, what's the role of a mentor? Who is a mentor? How does this really help me? There's so much advice out there. Well, I'll just start from saying that nothing comes out of nothing. Every success story has an origin. I bet you didn't know that Warren Buffett and Bill Gates had a relationship, even though many might see them as competitors in the sense that they both were at some point the richest men in the world. But Warren Buffett was actually Bill Gates' mentor. I bet you didn't know that Maya Angelou, the famous poet, God rest her soul, was Oprah's mentor. Yeah. And it even gets more interesting. The famous Mark Zuckerberg was actually mentored by Steve Jobs. There are places where Mark Zuckerberg talked about taking long walks with Steve Jobs, in which he shared his career experiences and wade through tough times and make decisions that will have a long-lasting effect on the whole Facebook and now metaverse, should I say, institution? Yeah. So, and let's bring it home. Ronaldinho, one-time world best footballer. I know we do love our football in this part of the world. He was mentored by Okocha. And, Chinua Achebe, yeah, we could say he's late, but in many ways, he probably is alive in 1,000 other people of notes, one of note, which is Chimamanda, Adichie. So the whole mentor-mentee relationship is meant to establish a legacy, is meant to keep those ideas running and churn out new leaders that would bring out solutions to the problems in our country. And Benue State, as this one is restricted, but we know solutions have a wide application. So who knows, you might gain the solution to not just Benue State problems or to your career problems, but you might be solving a problem for the nation in the long run from this interaction. So I would say that the wise thing to do would be to avail yourself of this platform. I mean, you are being connected to people and it's entirely free. And what's interesting is that it doesn't just stop at you seeing their interview. Further along the line, the platform will give you an interface, a place where you can actually connect and interact with these people. So are you a humanitarian in Benue State? I mean, we all know what Ukanku is doing. Are you into the hospitality business? We have people that are making marks in all these places. And some of them you might not even be aware are from this place. And there's no reason why you shouldn't avail yourself of this. So you should connect, if you're not following this brand, this page, you should follow. You should share as widely, let's spread this knowledge. Let's change the narrative. Let's change our mindset. Let's change our approach to business. Let's change our approach to politics, to religion, to whatsoever field we are found in. Let's start to create the Benue that we dream of, and let's stop complaining and making excuses. We are going to take this future into our hands. Nobody's going to do this for us. So we might as well wake up and step up. Thank you.